Dan, I gotta say, it's tough to see those images of devastation as we turn now to our full look at weather. Dan, how's it looking now?
Well, I mean, they're going to have more severe weather tomorrow across the central and southern plains. It's that time of year, really. I mean, this is prime tornado season across the central and southern plains, and the last few days have been pretty busy. We saw what happened in Missouri yesterday, and then even today there was a tornado near Oklahoma City. A friend of mine was chasing that, saw a tornado. He's actually been pretty busy over the last couple of days. He works for a different network, so I can't show any of his footage, but either way, pretty busy out there. Still some thunderstorms out there, and between Oklahoma City, Tulsa, up into Missouri tonight, Arkansas. A lot of activity going on out there late this evening. Of course, here locally, things are pretty quiet. We're out of our rainy season. We're out of our severe weather season, and we're kind of transitioning into our dry and boring season. I hate saying it, but you know, things get a little quiet around here, which is, I think, a lot of people enjoy that. But we still have some activity to talk about, and here's what's going on out there. Area of low pressure sitting over the Great Basin, actually pretty near Great Basin National Park. Beautiful area if you've ever been there across Nevada, but lots of rain and snow across the Rockies, the Intermountain West, pretty busy. Big ridge of high pressure off to the west, though. In between these two features, the low and the high, we're in the middle, and that's where the wind is. So we had some wind today. The low passing by cooled our temperatures, but now the ridge is rebuilding, pushing back toward the coast. Going to bring that warm air aloft. Temperatures aloft, warm between 7 and 10 degrees tomorrow over us tomorrow. We'll see that warm up for almost all inland areas and on the coast to some extent as well. We'll see a warming trend. Now, of course, near the coast, our temperatures are moderated by the Pacific Ocean. Temperature of the sea surface right now around 56 degrees. So even when you're warming up a lot inland, the water temperature keeps things close to the coast, right? So we don't warm up a lot at the coast unless the winds are offshore, but that is not the case. We're going to see northwesterly winds tomorrow as well. Those winds are going to keep going. In fact, the ridge is going to stick around and build and strengthen and warm us up further as we head through the middle portion of the week. The wind will probably still keep going, though, on the coast. Could be gusty at times, although I think tomorrow and maybe Monday we'll see some of the stronger winds. After that, well, we'll still be a little on the windier side. The winds will die down. So this is what we're tracking in the Weather Center tonight. More wind, but warmer temperatures. So let's see how that plays out. We'll start with our localized future track. Overnight tonight, scattered clouds expected around the bay and into some of the interior valleys. Don't think we'll see much of a fog threat. The air is starting to dry out. The moisture levels or layers, the moisture relegated to some extent to a layer above the ground for the most part. So if you're traveling through the coastal mountains, maybe you'll see a little bit of reduced visibility, but I don't expect any problems along the valley floors. The wind also helping keeping things mixed up. So we'll start the day partly cloudy during the afternoon, mostly sunny. A lot more sunshine tomorrow than we had today. Not that it was unsunny today. Is that a word? We're making it one. Unsunny. Show it off. Bring it around. Make it spread. That'll be fun. But it's going to be windy again tomorrow afternoon despite the sunshine. Now, as I mentioned, temperatures are heading upward. We'll notice that inland and probably on the north side of the bay as well. Those northwesterly winds tend to cause some downslope warming into Santa Cruz. And with that, I've got you in the mid-70s tomorrow. So it should be a beautiful day on the north side beaches. Beach, Cowles, New Brighton. Looks pretty nice tomorrow. Twin Lakes, get out there. Capitola beaches, all looking pretty nice. Even on the north coast, you'll be dealing with some wind, but temperatures will be pretty mild, close to 70 even in Davenport. Maybe head out to Shark Fin Cove tomorrow. How about 70 up in the dune? Look at this. We got an 80 showing back up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. I can smell that. There's a smell that goes along with warm air and Douglas fir trees and redwood trees. It just, when it starts to heat up, I don't know if it's just the oils of the tree. I don't know. It smells amazing. So you'll probably smell that tomorrow in Ben Lomond or something else. Who knows? But on the east shore of the bay, 60s Marina, Castroville, wind off the water, but look how much it warms between Castroville and Watsonville tomorrow. 75 Watsonville, Aptos 75. You live in Corlitos, by the way, you could be knocking on the door at 80 degrees tomorrow. 81 in Gilroy, upper 70s Hollister, Salinas, the Dale of Prunes, topping out in the low 70s tomorrow. On the peninsula, if you want to go cool tomorrow, PG is my recommendation. That's going to be one of the coolest spots around. Always is. You know, Miles Davis cool-wise, but temperature-wise, often also. The winds coming in off the water keep you in the low 60s. We'll get to the mid-60s in Carmel. Don't call it Carmel by the sea. We get emails. 65 Monterey, mid-60s in Seaside. On the south we go. We'll get highs in the 70s in Carmel Valley, Big Sur Valley, Salinas Valley, Southern Valleys. How about some 80s tomorrow? Austin, love the 80s. That's what he told me once. Here's the 7-day forecast for coastal cities. Temperatures heading up a few more degrees Monday, then kind of leveling off around 70 or so on the coast. Looks pretty nice, really. However, we will have some wind. So places like Pacific Grove, the Monterey Peninsula, you'll be in the 60s for the week. Santa Cruz, probably mid-70s for the week. That's about how it's going to shape up on the coast. Northsiders are going to be warm. Southsiders, cool and windy. Partly cloudy skies. Morning low clouds, afternoon sunshine expected on the coast, all the way really into Memorial Day weekend. Inland areas, well, look at this temperature rise. Today, highs were on average in the 60s. Tomorrow, upper 70s. By Wednesday, upper 80s. We will have places inland in the 90s by midweek. It's been a while, but we will have some 90s out there. Could even make a run on triple digits. We'll see how hot this ridge gets, how strong it gets. But either way, it looks like we'll cool down just a touch as we head into Memorial Day weekend, but that's a ways out, so things could change. So keep an eye on that forecast. Back to you.
Sounds good, Dan. Thank you so much.